What's up, guys? LB Squirtle King here, back with more Shadow of the Colossus. In the last episode, we defeated Argus, the Sentinel. And now, 15 shrines have been destroyed. Only one remains. No fanfare, just another clue. Finally, the last Colossus. The ritual is nearly over. Thy wish is nearly granted. Granted. Can't talk. But someone now stands to get in thy way. Make haste, for time is short. This is it, guys. This is the last Colossus. Wander is almost done. Alright, come on, aggro. We're almost done here. Almost got this. Okay. So, let's take a look at our map real quick. So, these are all the Colossus so far, or that we've defeated. Just taking a look at it, it's pretty well spread out. Most of them actually seem to be behind us. Very few actually are straightforward, only 5 of them. And then we've got 9 or 10 in the back. There is one empty space, though. Can you see it? Let's see if I can show this. Right around there. That's really the most spacious area that does not have a symbol of a Colossus on it, except for maybe that. But even still, I'd say that's the largest. Well, if you hold up your sword, it turns out it is that way. So let's go. Now this last Colossus, you cannot get anywhere near his area before you, until you've beaten all 15 Colossi. Just saying. His area is right between these two lights. Okay, that is Phaedra, I think, and that is, or no. No, that's Kuramori. That's, I think, Barba on that light. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, anyways. I have a little bit of explaining to do once we get into this fight, because, well, you'll see when we get there. And guys, I just want to say this now again. I really hope you have enjoyed this Let's Play. I feel actually I did a pretty good job with it. Usually I've been disappointed with my Let's Plays, Galaxy, Sunshine, and Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. I mean, that's, you know, early stuff, and this is, I mean, I'm only in my 4th Let's Play, but I feel like I did a lot better with this one, which makes me happy, considering this is my 2nd favorite game of all time. But yeah. So anyways, let's keep going this way. And actually, was this the right way to go? I think I took a wrong turn, but it's not too bad because I can just loop around. So yeah. We've already gotten the fruit there. We got that in episode 16. By the way, I have not even gotten like a 4th of all the fruit or lizard tails you can get. There's a lot of lizard tails that are just hidden in the weirdest of places. And are really hard. They're just so difficult to get to. So I haven't gotten any. I mean, I can almost guarantee there's probably a lizard on this rock formation somewhere, but we're not going to look for it. We've got other things to do right now. So that way. So we've seen this doorway before, if you were paying attention. It's probably really hard because it was sped up so quickly in episode 16, but we've seen this doorway before. This doorway is where Colossus number 16 lies. Please don't slow down, aggro. You're ruining the moment. Freaking rocks always slowing him down. As you can see, really high mountains, black clouds, but we're not. But you know, that's not too unusual. Anyways, let's just keep going. Aggro, I think, is gonna leap here. Yes, he is. Okay. Okay, and right here. Let's get off our horse for a second. Stand right here. Hold the sword up. Shine it right in the middle of the door. Okay, I'm just gonna have Aggro follow me inside. I'm not really gonna ride him and have him. I'm not gonna be riding the horse with him because in here there was one last little bit of frustration we get to deal with. Woohoo! Yep, it's a save shrine. You are gonna want to save here, trust me, because as soon as you go on, there's no turning back. This will not be saved. You will start the game all over as soon as you have defeated this Colossi. Or upon defeating it, so you're gonna want to save. There's that lizard. And the last lizard goes down without a fight. I'm very happy about that. Alright, we're not gonna save. We're just gonna keep going. Come on, Aggro. Let's go. Last fight. Up the stairs, you can't get him to go too fast right here, so... I mean, you can get him to go a little fast, but it just won't cooperate. Come on. Alright, we got a bridge here. Let's go. You gotta be kidding me. So now, both the things that matter most to Wander are dead. They're both gone. Just imagine if you were in his place, what you'd be feeling right now. Would it be anger? Would it be sadness? Would it be, I don't know, desperation? Determination? What would you be feeling here? I'd probably be really sad, to be honest. I mean, I'm not a very an emotional person, in all honesty. I'm good at faking emotion, but I'm not really an actually emotional person. But I tell you, the two things that mattered most to me in life were taken away from me. I mean, it's so hard to think about that. But we have no choice. He's gone. He's fallen. Mono still asleep, in a way, back at Dorman's temple. And all that's left is this last Colossus in the hope that maybe we can get those two things that we care about most back. As you can see, it's dusty. You can hear rain and thunder. Let's shimmy off. What's this? everyone, meet Malice, the Grand Gigas. He is our final trial. He represents human, or the human. Every Colossus fulfills, I guess, you know, a misdeed in human nature. Unfortunately, Malice does not. Malice is perfect. He is what humanity is supposed to be but cannot be. He represents human flaw. Pride and arrogance. But at the same time, he is perfect. He's what humans would hope to be, but never could. That girdle that's holding him up is meant to be hope, is what it's supposed to signify. Humanity's hope is all that keeps it up. His legs are frail. If the girdle is to be removed, he would fall. Fortunately, he has it. But if it were to crumble, then what? Malice is perceived to be somewhat of an aggressive Colossus. I don't see him that way. I see him much more as defensive and scared, because he, unlike all the other Colossus, is much more intelligent. He knows why we're here. He also knows that there's nothing he can do but try to protect himself. We are the only he knows that we can hurt him. And he cannot move, so his only defense is to try to keep us away. Okay, now this last jump right here, this is the one that gives me trouble. Every time. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the first time I've ever made that jump successfully. Okay. Anyways, now we have finally made our way to Malice, because in just a second, if you look up, you can see that we are right beneath him. This girdle also has symbolism for wonder. Because it's supposed to represent hope, it's also supposed to represent hope for wander. He's climbing that last ounce of, again, hope that he will, well, everything will be back to normal, that everything will be okay after he has done this. He does not care for the consequences. He does not care the pain he is causing. He does not. All he cares is that Mono be okay, and I guess now Aggro. Which, in a way, seems selfish, but in another perspective, it also seems very heroic. It really is the last test. It also, I guess, and I'm not a too spiritual person or anything, but I have to say, it kind of also is meant to be a moral for all of us. And this is actually not just me saying this. This is actually the intention of Fumito Ueda and the designers of this game. Can I get up, please? Thank you. That this is supposed to be kind of like our struggle, like kind of a spiritual thing, or at least a moralistic one. That we have to overcome kind of all of our misdeeds, all of our flaws. And that was really stupid. Thanks for the awesome leap, Wander. Doesn't matter though, it's really not that bad. We actually do have enough health that if we were to fall even off his massive body that we probably could survive. Oh jeez. Alright, his hand is gonna now pull away, probably in just a second. Oh, no, I'm gonna make it. That's awesome. And just in time too. So now, I'm gonna explain the rest of this puzzle, if you haven't figured it out. So now what we have to do is get him to stop rolling his hand so we can flatten it out and then we can climb. You have to run across his arm. Do not get too close to his armband, the electricity on that. It will hurt you. What you have to do is stab right here. Just a quick stab will do it. He's going to bring his other hand over. And you have to leap onto that hand. I think I'm really close to the bracelet and that's kind of scaring me. Oh, okay, I'm not. Okay. Stab him, his hand. What you want to do is you want to climb to the top of his hand and then stab. Now, let's take a look at him. That's Malice. His kind of almost a curiosity about him, which I always think is so cool. He's just so... I mean, he's really innocent when you think about it. Everyone always says he's such a vicious Colossus because he does... Oh. Well, excuse me. Actually, I'm kind of glad that happened because I do have more to talk about. But he has kind of a innocence about him that people just don't seem to recognize. Which I always find interesting and very intriguing about him. He's almost childlike in his demeanor, how he sees you as such an interesting thing, yet at the same time he knows you're there to hurt him. Which is obviously not something that most people would do. When you think about it, that's kind of a childlike state of mind. That, you know, they see things and they know it's bad, but at the same time, kids are curious. They think, well, okay, it's gonna hurt me, but I still kind of want to touch it. Like, they know, you know, the stove or whatever. Like, you know, when you're a kid, and you think, okay, I know the stove's hot and it would hurt if I touch it, but you touch it anyway. Which, you know, it sounds dumb, but it's actually just curiosity. And I find that so intriguing about Malice, how he defines so many things about humanity. Hope and arrogance, but at the same time, innocence. And I really have to give a huge hand to Team Eco and their brilliance designing this fight. And I don't care what anyone says, no matter what theories you could make about there being another fight, or about, you know, there being something more than just this. Excuse me, I've never had so much trouble getting onto a shoulder. That, at the same time, it's just brilliant. They did so well. Team Eco, hats off to you. You have made probably the greatest boss fight in video game history with this. Oh, he's gonna shake a lot, but thankfully I landed on his shoulder. Now, we have one sigil. That's it. That's all that's there. Don't worry too much about grip. He shakes a lot, but he's really not too much to worry about. Now, let's do this. You can get amazing views. This is just a photographer, like an in-game photographer's dream, an art designer's dream, looking at this fight. Graphic designer, I guess you could say. It's just so beautiful. Okay, he's not really cooperating, and that's kind of annoying. That wasn't and that wasn't even in the weak spot. Okay, let's try. It's only weak spot, guys. This isn't really too difficult of a fight if you know what you're doing. You just gotta be smart. When you're dodging his shots of electricity, just be patient, that's all. It's really simple and straightforward. And when you're climbing his girdle, there's really not very many places you can, that you can't go. It's really simple. Anyways, we're about done here. You can see everything off in the distance. This high up. Malice is the second largest Colossus in this game. He's half as tall as Dorman's Temple, by the way. Guys, this was a great Let's Play. I really enjoyed it. Now for the final cutscene. Malice crumbles. One last chance. One final chance to get away. But no.
Ruas, Hemon! Rani. I use you a Olzulam cost. Ilzozeriku was a call. I'm not screwed above. Around formulas, ilicum adolf. Amantoga roll. You on the Erarzen, Aulam Ulumko. You Kumaku Aik is if, Edom the cake Ludu. No sus, is Captain. Was I lucky? Ik was the You want to lie, Ludo? Look at the in your arms. Omoro, Rudo. Aki. Did I know Icon Carnica? Or is your kutu? Il reserve no katayudo. Ikuka order. Lagi aw, ikra ala fulus gitu itu.
Guys, this is Dorman. He is truly the last Colossus. And it's really just so awful. I mean, so that's why Wander was doing this. He was doing this for Dorman's bidding. Dorman had been trapped inside the body of those 16 Colossi. And that's why he wanted us to do this. He did warn us, to his credit. But that's what happens. You cannot win this fight. It is impossible. You can hit your enemies, which I'm gonna miss here probably. Yeah, I'm gonna instead pound on the shrine and glitch through the stone, or you can breathe fire by pressing X, which really does nothing. It doesn't even knock them over. They will run towards the door, at the far end of the hall, which is where Dorman was previously sealed. You can still knock them over, but it does nothing. They'll continue to get up, and all you get to do is suffer the same way those 16 Colossi did when you fought them. I mean, tiny little arrows shot into you, stabbed with a small little sword, climb around on you. It's really just so sad. You cannot do anything to prevent this. It's impossible. They will always get away because Dorman is too slow. Lord Demon is going to seal us away forever. The sword that sealed Dorman the first time also brought him back. And once again, it's going to serve its original purpose.
You called this!
Music. It's actually the music of when a Colossus is defeated. Dorman's soul is sucked away. He's sealed forever. But Wander is still somewhat there. He still needs to get to Mono. He doesn't care. He did this for her. You have control for one last moment at this point, and you will be continued to get sucked into the gate. Now there is a way to escape this. I've actually made it all the way to Mono just by spamming triangle, but it looks a little ridiculous, and I don't really want to do it because it will waste a lot of time. It even takes a while for Wander to be pulled back, even if you run towards it, because you'll continue to trip. But if you try, you can hope to make it to Mono. Unfortunately, there's nothing you can do. No matter how far you make it, continue to be pulled back. But nope. Though Dorman may be evil, he does keep a promise, no matter the consequences. Mono is alive. We did it. This scene is so important, because Mono does not know how she is alive or how she is here. But seeing aggro, even in this state, she now knows exactly how she got here. Maybe not exactly how it all happened, but who she can thank. And now, we get to look at the last, or what remains of the 16 Colossus that we killed. Now, I hope you guys don't find this too odd, but I'm somewhat of an aspiring poet, and this game gives me great inspiration. So I'm going to read you a poem I wrote, a little poem I wrote for this game. A desperate soul is put to the test, so that his beauty may peacefully rest. Through the skies and the sea, the hills and the sand, no matter the challenge, he always will stand, to face yet another until they are gone, never giving in unless he has won. Wander the hero has fearlessly faced the harshest of trials, no matter the case. But alas, he knew not of what lay ahead. He did not take heed to what Dorman said. His choices remained, as did the result. The end must be met, though quite difficult. A death, a loss, ends this tragic story. Would you go so far for such tainted glory? What is the point to do so much and fail? Why would one go so far? That's my question for you guys. Team Ico, you did amazing with this game. That's all I can say. It's a masterpiece. It really is. Everything about it is so beautiful, so elegant, so well thought out. The story, the design. It's one of those games that you legitimately could call a work of art, because it really isn't as much of a video game as it is just an experience, just a beautiful experience.
كينك أوديكو ديك أيو لايد ورد يو لكايا ولا نكيدو إزو يوري إزو يكيزو إريكو إريكيكو ألو تكاير أنلي كم أيوديكانا يوكي
But is it really over? Is it at an end? I mean, what's going to happen to Mono and Aggro? Wander did this. All for them. You can't just leave them. It can't be over. There must be something more. If you take a look at the infant, you'll notice that it has horns, as did Wander just before he was taken over by Dorman earlier in this cutscene. That is Wander, reborn. Unfortunately, Dorman is inside him forever, as marked by those horns on his head. But where will they go? Is there more? Guys, this game, as I've said before, takes place hundreds of years before Eco, the Team Eco's first title, which was released in 2001. Those horns are a curse. They're a mark of evil, basically, because they are dormant. From Mono and Baby Wander will come a line of horned children, and Eco will be one of them, which is what leads into this idea to coincide Shadow of the Colossus and Eco did not come until literally like less than a year before Shadow of the Colossus' release. But it's a beautiful incorporation, in my opinion. This is the Secret Garden, everybody. This is where they will live, because it is essentially a paradise. Doves, deer, all sorts of animals live here. And that hawk, by the way, that just flew in at the very end next to all those doves, its name is Loki. It's basically supposed to signify the end, which is exactly what this is, guys. It's been a great ride. I really enjoyed this. I love this game. I love this Let's Play. I hope you did too. This is LP Squirtle King, signing off for 2 weeks. When we return, it's Okami. Goodbye. Bye, everybody.